pal Rob. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we are looking at something a little different. Again, I was over in Borders Books and I bought like a ton of stuff, only because it's stuff I've never seen before. I had a game called Call to Adventure, and I don't think I played it much, but it wasn't until I saw this Brandon Sanderson's The Stormlight Archives, and for some, I'm a sucker for anything that opens up like a book. That I decided to take a look at it. I was very curious about this. I knew Call to Adventure was a very good game, and matter of fact, I have it in the storage unit, and now I'm tempted to dig it out. So we're going to go down. I'm going to give you a very brief overview, and I'm going to talk more about the solo version a bit. So if it sounds a little confusing, I apologize. But when I come back, I'll explain things a little bit better, and hopefully get things cleared up. So let's go down the table and take a look at Call to Adventure, the Stormlight Archives. Now, I'm not going to explain every rule here, but I'm going to tell you this is really a game that caught my attention, and I was really fascinated with it, so that's why we're taking a look at it right now. What you're going to be doing is at the beginning of the game, you're going to draw two of these cards, and you're going to pick one, and that's where you're going to decide to do. Now, normally you would play against each other, but there is a solo variant that really caught my eye, and that's where you're trying to defeat this Olam guy, and you have to beat a certain number. Now, what happens here is, as you pick these cards, like I'm a fisher, and I have a haunted past, and then of course you're not supposed to show this right away or anything, but we're going to turn it over just for anything. There are certain abilities that you're going to get, and certain things that are going to, conditions that you have to get as these cards. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through 3 waves, and what you're going to do is put out these cards, and they're going to have different things that you have to try to beat. You can either beat the top or the bottom, and when you beat them, if you succeed, what is going to happen is you are going to take, and you need to get 3 of these and put these under the card to move on to the next wave. Now, as you are taking these, they are going to give you different abilities and help you, or you may not get something that you really need. In the solo game, you're trying to take these off because these get added on. Now, as you're doing this, and if you notice these symbols up on the top here, you're going to get those as these chits, and you're going to roll these. So particularly like this one, which is hard, you need to beat it by 4. Okay, and if you want to beat the bottom like this one, you would need 3, and you need one of those symbols. Well, I have one of those symbols. I need to get one of those symbols and 3. But on the bottom, it would be +4, and then I would be able to attribute and get this. So you would roll and see what you get. And of course, I rolled off camera here. I got that symbol, but I got 1, 2, and that wasn't enough. But when you journey, you gain +1 to attempt any challenge. So that's 3. So that would be enough. But there's a problem here, okay? This here, you have to pick one of these cards, okay? And it is not considered a success. So for that particular thing, you would take a light card, I believe, and some of these would help you and some of these won't. But there is also a dark deck that he has that when you fail at something, you're going to have to turn over the dark triangle, which is, oops, I forgot, I didn't pull that out, forgive me. Well, it's in here. There is a tile that you're going to have to roll as well. That is the third you get, because you get 3, and then whatever abilities that you might have for every turn. And of course, like a fool, while I'm taping, here it is, folks. Sorry about that. So you would roll these right away, and then of course, now I would choose whether I want a light or dark card. But of course, because I had got that, I would pull one of his already pre-made cards that would mess me up. And in the solo game, you are going to have to go through these certain objectives. Like you're always supposed to start off with this Radiant United. At the beginning of the game, player must choose a destiny. So if I chose that as my destiny, and then you would go down this thing, and then all heroes must face Olm at the end of the game. If any hero fails, Olm wins. And now there's certain things that he's going to do that are going to bring you all kinds of problems. And then there's different cards that in the solo version will really mess it up. Now I got the one at Borders, so I got this really neat foil card, but this is the card you normally get. This is a really unique game, and I really enjoy playing the solo mode, and I enjoy what it does and how you have to build up, because again, you can only pick 3 of these cards, okay, for that particular age, and they may not be everything that you help. You may not get the thing that you need, so you got to hope that in the next wave, or act as we call it, that you get some of the things that you need, and you've got all kinds of different things that are going to help you along. And hopefully by the end of the third, you've got 9 cards that could possibly help you. You can only use 3 of a same symbol. So for this instance, every time I get that symbol, even if I got a 4th symbol, I've only got 3 tiles that I can roll. And then you're going to have to face him and then make 1 roll and pray that you can do it. And hopefully you have enough ability cards and some of the other things. It really plays quickly. It's a lot of fun. And the multiplayer I haven't really gotten into, but the reason I got it was I was just so fascinated with the solo version that I really like the uniqueness of rolling tiles. Now also there are things that are going to cause this to go up and down. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. Between light and darkness, and it's going to cause problems, especially when you're fighting Olm. But rolling these runes are just fun. And these all count as 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then there you go. All right. So a lot of different stuff, a lot of neat stuff that goes with this. You get experience tokens every time you roll this. These you're trying to take from him, but there are cards that are going to pile it on him to add to his 9, so you may need like a 15 at the end. You better pray that you can roll a 15 with all the runes that you get. And remember, you can only have 3 of these, plus another thing. So say you want strength in this, you can only have 3 of these, so that gives you 6. So you're going to have to figure out where you are going to get other power from to harness to defeat Oldham. So a very interesting game. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts. So I can't believe I didn't even realize that at the opening of this, that the camera had sunk down somehow. And it looks like I'm just up to here, so whatever. I guess that's just the way it goes. But anyways, this game really fascinated me, and I was very, very intrigued by it. Only because it just had this really unique feel. Throwing the runes is a lot of fun, and it's a lot more fun than throwing dice in some ways, because you just kind of shake it. It's a 50-50 shot whether what you're going to get and how it's going to fall. The thing I like is playing the different ages, and you have to be very strategic in the cards and try to get the cards to kind of combine a little bit along with the light and the darkness to try to gain enough power to defeat Olm. Now I'm just talking about the solo version. I haven't had a chance to play the multiplayer version of this, but I can tell you the solo version is very satisfying and worth buying the game. It gives this unique feel, and trying to beat Olm, because there are certain cards where he really can ramp up and get powerful, and if you're not getting those tokens off of him and getting tokens for yourself, then you're in a lot of trouble. You're going to be in a lot of trouble, because you can only pick 3 cards from each age, and yes, it's going to give you more powers, but as you fail, there's different things that are going to happen and cause you to take steps back and Olm to get more powerful and not defeat. It's not easy to beat at all. A matter of fact, I have not won yet. And that is the one thing that I really enjoy, is a challenge like this. I have tripped over this a few times, making a few mistakes and not getting the rolls that I want with the runes. Lot of fun, lot of fun, and very enjoyable. If you have a Borders near you, you are definitely going to want this. This is a very fun game. Check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon, everybody.